Hey guys, it's KillSwitch95, and today we're going to look at a game I had on Fjords. It's titled A Fun Game on Fjords because honestly, since they redid Fjords in I believe 1.0, this is really one of the funnest games I've had on it because I don't really like what they did with it. I mean, I've gotten used to it, but I was used to Fjords how it had been for like 6 years. So I'm thinking, well, I saw in Quickie Baby's video when the FE 4005 that he just featured like 2-3 weeks ago before this video came up, went to the mid and wrecked havoc. I'm like, maybe I can have some fun there. Tell people in chat, I'm like, I recommend picking this tank up, which I do. Especially if you like playing the Object 430, it's very similar. That is what it is. I'm like, well, we're off to a great start. I noticed a Tiger P, so I'm like, it's a Tiger P. Tiger P hit that, and there's a TS5 there. He actually did hit my commander's hatch. That's actually not a bad shot for a Tiger P, because the 88L71 on the Tiger P is not good. But the TS5's over there, the T95's over there, and I'm like, well, fuck, I ain't going there anymore. That's all the warning I needed. So I'm like, let's go see how this thing does against heavies. Particularly, I'm worried about the E75 because I have an E75 and the thing in the right situation can be really solid and dominating if played right. So I'm worried about him. Put a heat round into his commander's cupola. Because I have one, I know that the commander's cupola is weak, but I also know that I can't overmatch the roof with AP like I could on a Tiger 2. I see the 705 put a shot into the E75. I'm thinking, alright, help from my teammates, maybe I can get him out faster. T29 bounces off my turret because this thing did get a buff. Put another one into him. Like, alright, E75's down to a high roll one shot for the T95. Trying to look for a shot on the T29. See if I can't get some nice angles on his commander's hatch, and it's just red, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to push out wide on this E75. He bounces off of me, I miss him. I know for a fact I have a faster reload than he does because both tanks have BIA in my garage, and that E75 with the 128 has a 13-second reload. But I make a misplay here. I overexpose myself. Bounce off his commander's hatch with heat. He bounces off of me. Wishing this T95 would move. And I get the E75 out. And at this point I'm like, aside from that 705, I'm the only guy who shot that guy. Why did none of our tier 9s try to shoot that E75? He more or less got wilted down by me. Damn, guys. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm thinking maybe push on through, but I'm looking at the map. I'm like, north isn't looking very good. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that TS5's probably in like F8 top of F8 where the TDs sit, I don't want to push into a TS5 and have a heat slinging contest against a turtle and a relatively lightly armored medium tank compared to his heat round. So I'm like, north is gone. Let's go defend a base. Which is a learning example for those of you who may be wondering how to improve your win rate. If you win a flank and you notice that you've lost another flank, Lemming Rush likes to say push on to the enemy base if you know you'll get there before they get to yours. I say the enemy base will be there, defend your base. Like, they can push on to the enemy base all they want, but if these guys get into our cap uncontested and they're stuck in a brawl, we're going to get out capped. So, defend your base. I think I put a heat round into the Pershing's commander's hatch. I had the heat round loaded for the FV because the FV has a really trolly angle on its front plate that a lot of times the AP can bounce. But what I did here was I made it seem like I was going to keep going forward up top, but I juked him into going low. I'm going to make sure he fell for the bait. He did. And he's going to put himself in a position where had I stayed up top, he may have been able to spot me and put a shot into me hold down. But because I wanted him to go there and I wanted to go low, I'm going to have complete shots in his ass, also under camo of this tree. That was a textbook example of misdirection. Now this Lorraine's either running because he wants Artie or he's reloading, and we don't have Artie, so I'm like, alright, he's reloading. Which means I only got about 20, maybe 30 seconds to get him, but I also want him to think that I'm an idiot, so I blow that shot. If he's got sound on, he would have heard that and he'll notice it, which he does. Because I want him to come to me. I want the damage. I don't give him the chance to reload again. And there we go. That was 2600 damage. That was medium tank 8 for the Object 260 with honors. And really, that was one of the funnest games I've had on Fjords since they redid it as an HD map. It's just, it went from being a really fun map to me to not really one that I really like. Because a lot of people just go to E5 and think, oh, you take the mid, you win the map. And it's just kinda yes, but not really. There's not a whole lot of places for light tanks to go. Mediums are kind of filtered either into the north or into C4 or into A6. It's just not as dynamic as it used to be, in my opinion. But yeah, fun game on Fjords. See you on the next one.